Hello everyone, and welcome back to another expert game of the week. This is going to be a matchup between DauT and MBL. In the bottom left corner, we have, in blue, we have DauT playing as the Vikings. And in the top right, we have MBL playing as the Spanish. You guys probably know these players if you watch a lot of competitive Age of Empires. DauT is one of the best players of all time. He's been playing since, I think, around like 2003. And he's consistently always been at the high level. Great macro player. He has some of the best economy and resource management of any player. And yeah, he's not too bad at micro and macro either. And he's also got his own Twitch and YouTube channel. I do recommend you check him out. He's got one of the funniest personalities in Age of Empires. Very dry sense of humor. In the other side, we have MBL playing as the Spanish. MBL was a pro player since around, I believe, like 2008-ish, maybe went back before then. Took some time off as he went to the military. I believe he's from Norway, just like the Viper. And after he came back, he began streaming a lot, and yeah, you can check out his Twitch page as well. So he streams all the time, and he is playing as the Spanish. Currently 2K3 for MBL and 2K3 for DauT. So they're both at a relatively similar skill level at this point in time, and it should be a pretty good game. The matchup we have is Spanish and Vikings, which I thought was an interesting matchup, which is one of the reasons I picked this game. So the Spanish have a very defensive playstyle in the feudal age because they really don't get, since they don't get crossbow, they like to go for conquistadors or knights, which really hinders their feudal age. So if possible, they like to wall up. So let's see if they are able to wall this game. If not, it might be a harder game for the Spanish. Maybe we see some walls through here. Could potentially see small walls like that also. This front area might be wallable. There are two stones in the front. You always want to take note of where your stones are if you're playing as the Spanish. So forward stones is not going to be great for MBL. And maybe it's wallable if you go through here, although the gold might be a little exposed. So it is definitely a wallable map for MBL. His woods are pretty decent. His berries are decent. The problem might be this stone forward, though, if he wants to go for it. Alternative strategies for the Spanish, if they're not able to take enough stone for a castle and go for a fast castle. Alternative strategy might be a tower rush, since their towers build faster, or standard scout rush into knight play. Let's take a look at DauT's map. He's playing as the Vikings. The Vikings have some great infantry early game, so great men-at-arms rush, great Dark Age rush. So they're able to put on the pressure early. They also have a great economy with free wheelbarrow and handcart. So that's like having 3 extra villagers once you get up to the feudal age. So great economy early game, great men-at-arms rush, and pretty decent archers, and decent siege line as well. So they're a really good early game civilization on Arabia. Just take a look at their map. Nice gold, nice food. Wood is a little exposed. Able to wall here and here, wall through here, and this bottom side is impossible to wall. Looks like MBL, the lamer that he is going to try to kill this villager. He kills the villager of DauT. MBL is known in the community as one of the biggest lamers. He kills the most opponents' villagers in Dark Age and steals the most resources. And I think he's going to go try... No, he's not going to try to steal this boar. This is expected from MBL. And let's take a look at MBL's scouting. How much of his own map did he scout? Did he find all of his sheep before doing this? Yeah, he did. So good scouting from him early on to be able to move across the map and kill this villager of DauT's as he's slowing this boar. This is going to slow DauT down. DauT knows that MBL is still hovering around over here, and he's going to be without food, which he definitely needs as a Dark Age rush. It looks like DauT's going to wall in through here, so make a funnel towards his town center. This is really going to hinder DauT. I think he's going to go for the men-at-arms rush. He does need that boar, though, and I would be surprised to see him go try and take it now. Although he's not quite sure exactly where the scout is. He's bringing his scout back, I think, to help him lure that boar. He knows how important that boar is to him. And both players doing loom now. MBL, he's going forward. He's going to take some stone early on, and I think he's going to go for a tower rush. Let's see if he's going to go forward. Here he goes. He's going to go forward with 4 villagers. Remember, again, the Spanish villagers do build faster. So after killing this one villager, after getting a great scout on MBL's base, he decided this is a good map for a tower rush. Now, in a tower rush, it's very important where you place the towers. A tower here can be devastating to the wood, might even be able to touch the gold, and you'd be able to take away one stone. This right side also might be devastating for a tower rush, taking away a gold and a stone. However, one of the best counters to a tower rush is a militia rush, and that's what DauT has decided to go for. Much harder to do if your boars has been delayed, so that might be one reason why MBL's coming forward. He's actually going to do something unusual and get mauled by wolves. Let's see if this villager is going to go down. Looks like this villager is just barely going to make it out alive. That's not good. One of the best counters to a tower rush is a Dark Age rush or militia rush. You never want your villagers to run into militia as they're trying to build towers. However, DauT has not seen this at all, and he's going straight down the middle. Not able to have enough food for his third militia also. And back at home, MBL has fully walled himself. So looking pretty safe there. Has not walled this north side though, so these berries might be potentially exposed. And MBL going to wall through here as well. There he goes. He's going to split it up. 2 north, 2 south. It's more like a sneaky tower rush rather than the big power play. So the 2 towers he's going to want to get one right here. Take away the wood and the gold. Has to be sneaky, though, because there's a lot of villagers in this area for DauT. And maybe another tower. If you could get behind the wood line, that would be great, too. He's actually going behind this wood line first. So you ask yourself, when you have a tower rush, which resources do you want to take away? And for MBL, that's going to be the woods, the golds. And here we go, 2 towers coming up. This tower is going to take away a stone. And also help secure this hill. Militia going back, not able to get through these walls. I'm going to turn up the music volume a little bit. And so first tower got up. And now he's going to be able to build a second tower right here. DauT is probably going to see this, and let's see how he reacts. Here's the tower over here. Very unexpected for DauT. I mean, look at his fog of war. Doesn't see anything going on over here. How is he going to know a tower is going to get up behind his walls and behind him? And now he's going to send the militia back to help deal with it. Now this is an excellent tower. Look at this. Taking away 2 farms, and now this lumber line is completely taken away. The berries are taken away. DauT now doing Town Watch because he wants to be able to see what's going on. And DauT's going to get this tower up, save his gold. Now, one way MBL could play this, if he could bring another 2 villagers forward and take away this wood, that might be GG right there. If you don't have wood, you can't play this game. And that's what these other villagers are going to do. I suspect they might build a mining camp right here on the stone. And DauT, he's going to go out with some archers. Now this is where those militia come into play. This village is very low from the wolf, so if he can get some militia into the action, could prevent future towers. And this tower is out of range of MBL's first tower, which is a big mistake by him. You always want your towers at least within range of the other tower. That villager is going to go down, courtesy to that wolf, a little bit. And so far, this isn't the most effective tower rush ever. Remember, this is 4 villagers for MBL, and they've done some good damage, but it hasn't really... It's not really putting MBL in the lead. They're more so just paying for themselves. Now, what would have been devastating is a tower on this wood line. However, DauT's taking some precautions. He's got Town Watch on these houses, so he'll be able to see. Back at home, MBL doesn't want to make any feudal army. He doesn't want to make any archers or scouts because he's thinking about conquistadors. This is one of the nice things about the tower rush. It lends itself well to going conquistadors later on. And tower coming up on his gold, and he's going to wall it in through here. DauT's going to take some stone on the front as well, so he can get some town centers later on. And MBL's going to try for one more tower to hopefully take away these farms. That might be why DauT's going on stone also. He needs a tower to help defend these farms, because he knows this villager will eventually get through. So MBL's going to click up to the next stage relatively shortly. DauT won't be too far behind, I suspect. He is kind of running out of farm space because of these towers, though, which might hinder his castle age time. We can check resources. DauT is at about 100 food. MBL is at 300 food, so MBL definitely in the lead there. Oh, an interesting play! Actually, DauT has decided to go under the tower with his militia and archers. And he's going to force another tower up for MBL. Anything you could do to slow the Spanish player down, to make them use a little more stone, would be great. And he's going to back out of there now, probably going to lose an archer, but I think that was definitely worth it. Right now, the big thing is just that resource gain. Market coming up from both players. Not a single military building from MBL. That's how he likes it. We could talk about where this castle might go. I think the best place would probably be right on the frontier. You have to take note, though, MBL has 2 of his main golds and 1 extra stone in his left side, so that could be a critical area in the map a little later on. Now let's talk about crossbows versus conquistadors, since that looks to be where the game is going. Crossbows actually fared decently well against conquistadors in good enough mass. However, DauT hasn't really been pumping from this one archery range. He's gotten a few archers out. He's not going to have a lot of archers to deal with the conquistadors at the way this is looking. In which case, conquistadors should be able to wreck a few crossbows. So, DauT's kind of in a little bit of a tough position. He either needs to really step up production of crossbows, rely heavily on monks, or really hope he can garrison his villagers in some well-placed town centers once these conquistadors get out. Now, the nice thing, again, for the Vikings, they'll have a better economy, so hopefully they can outboom them, take as little damage from the conquistadors as possible, and then really step up production on crossbows. The thing about conquistadors is they do get kind of worse over time. The elite conquistador is really not that strong of a unit, and that's just due to the micro mechanic. Another tower coming up from MBL. This tile over here is not hittable by the tower, although this one is, which is interesting, and that's why MBL is trying to get up this tower. DauT's going to risk some HP on his archers to make sure this tower doesn't get up, and there you go, 1 tower down. Now this tower is vulnerable as well, but there's no archers left anymore. And MBL is just going to build another tower here. DauT sees your tower and he raises you 1 tower. 5 villagers versus 3 Spanish villagers. God damn, that tower builds fast. And now it's the same situation all over again, so very annoying. Bodkin arrow coming in from DauT. He has enough resources for a town center too. Now, where's the best place for this town center? I would choose, ooh boy. I would definitely finish off this wall, maybe with houses. Maybe a town center here to protect the wood, or he's gonna go with the gold, okay. That's better long-term investment. And MBL's going to play town center first. So both players going with a bit of economy first. I don't know if I agree with that for MBL. I feel like you want to get the castle out as fast as possible. But he's only at 200 stone. Remember, he did have to make this extra watchtower. Did make this watchtower here. And yeah, he's going to go with the boom approach. 2 extra town centers and maybe a siege workshop. That works also. Because he doesn't really need military right now. He can use the siege workshop later if those, what, 5 or 6 crossbows decide to come in. However, he is forfeiting a little bit of damage. And interesting, we might see actually a tower monk siege push. Let's see if these villagers decide to go with the siege workshop next. It's an interesting play. This is a nice hill for MBL, though, and there's 2 town centers here. So if he can split this down the middle, That would be excellent for MBL. And this is really kind of outside the box thinking. I wasn't thinking monk siege push here with these forward villagers, and adding the stable as well for a little bit of oomph in his army. So DauT's going to try to step up his archer production. He's going to add a university actually for ballistics. I don't know if I agree with that decision. You do have to keep in the back of your mind that these monks potentially could get redemption. And I don't know if DauT is thinking of that as to why he's choosing university over siege workshop. But, yeah. Or maybe he's just so confident in his micromanagement. Knowing DauT, probably not, though. So right now, villager count is pretty even. 3 town centers for each player. Vikings economy, of course, a little bit stronger. MBL is making his hand cart right now. And this is going to come down a lot to the micro. Here comes DauT with his siege workshop. It's actually on the hill. Great place for a siege workshop. And a lot of this game comes down to positioning. Just the positioning of towers, the positioning of where the siege workshop's going to go, what angle you're going to attack from, how the map is. And I think with some good mangonel shots, DauT should be safe back at home. Let's see. Now, MBL isn't putting too much investment into this. He's just got a single siege workshop, a single monastery. Out of stone now, so probably looking down the Cavalier to Paladin route. Here comes the mangonel. Hill advantage. And with the hill advantage, what a massive shot, taking down 2 monks and a mangonel. And I think that might be it for MBL's aggression. He does have 2 stables here, though. Scratch what I said about too much investment. But it's looking really good for DauT now. DauT, 600 points in the score lead after taking down those 2 monks and a mangonel. Another mangonel coming out from MBL. He's going to have to garrison it on the low ground, however. Which might be a problem, as we just saw. And if I was MBL, I might wait till +2 armor is done. One of the other bonuses for the Spanish, armor upgrades do not cost gold, so it's just a cheap 250 food for that second armor upgrade. Let's see if he garrisons by +1 or +2. Nice mangonel shot, actually. DauT not paying attention to his archers, weakening them up quite a bit, and taking out 3. Also going to take out another mangonel. There you go, 2 mangonels down as well. And let's see how many knights MBL thinks is necessary to clean up this amount of weakened crossbows. Another siege workshop coming in from MBL. He has some pretty good faith in these knights. And there we go, chain barding armor coming in. And as soon as that hits, I think it would be time to move out. I would guesstimate about 8 knights to clean up this amount of crossbows. We have 4, 8, 9, 10 knights. However, Monk is getting added to the mix for DauT. That really increases the strength of his army. Of course, he's going to want to wait for Bloodlines. I thought he already made Bloodlines. Back at home, just boom city. Looks like might be thinking about getting it to the next age pretty soon. Unfortunately, MBL's housed, so not going to be as many knights. What's up, Rufella? Welcome to the stream. And here we go. Let's see if this is going to be enough knights. You just kind of have to have enough game experience to know. And with 2 monks, this is going to be devastating with those 2 monks. Getting 2 conversions on those knights. These other knights are just attacking the ram. They really should be going for the crossbows. And poor micro from MBL, having half his army attack the ram over here, and half of them attack the crossbows. Great conversions from DauT. DauT as well on the hill. And reinforcing. And this is going to be a complete cleanup by DauT. So great defense by him. Let's see if MBL can get a huge mangonel shot, though. They're going to go through this small gap. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was Anticlimactic as hell. Nice shot though, gonna kill a few crossbows, get the money's worth. And that's gonna be it. MBL really has nowhere to run. So great cleanup from DauT. Gonna go for these monks though. Let's see how many conversions they can get. One conversion here, that was kind of a lucky one. And 2 conversions, 3 conversions for 3 knights. Not too bad. And with that, I think DauT should be able to clean that up. Now DauT, 1,200 points in the score lead after cleaning up what was a huge investment from MBL. Otherwise, economy's mostly even. DauT actually has 10 more villagers. And he's thinking probably about the later game. Nice thing about the Vikings, they can go into Arbalest real smooth and add siege rams. And usually that's enough to clean out, to finish out a game. If you have to go later than that, then the Vikings don't have any real stronger options. They can go into Berserk, but you're going to have to get some castles up from that. And even then, Berserks aren't always the strongest option. They do excel against cavalry in Wololo Kingdoms and against infantry. However, Spanish have some really good gunpowder. And another 2 good mangonel shots. DauT not paying attention to his army. Another good mangonel shot into the archers. Let's see if he can get the money one. 2 more down. DauT having more trouble cleaning this up than he really should, I think. Needs to watch his archers a little bit more. More knights coming out, so these stables are going to stay alive. MBL's trying as hard as he can to keep these production buildings up. And he's going to clean up yet another ram just to keep these buildings alive and be a nuisance to DauT. And he's probably going to go back now. No? Or he's going to go downhill, okay. Nice micro from DauT, though. This is not enough knights to clean up these archers, I feel. And let's see if I'm correct in that. Yeah, it looks like it. And if I was DauT, the pikeman upgrade would be relatively inexpensive and give you a lot of bang for your buck. Now, 4th town center out from MBL, so he's going to try to catch up a little bit. He's only 10 villages behind. Take a look more at the middle of the map as that becomes more important. So we're going to see a pikeman arbalest mix from DauT. Relatively inexpensive, and for what you get, strong army. This area of the map, very raidable if MBL decides to do that. We talked about the 3 golds here for MBL, so this is one of the most important areas of the map. Combine that with the farms of DauT, really, really important map, and really important hill right here. Down in the south, there's really nothing going on here. No extra resources. Might be a good avenue for raiding, but if you want to add some stables. But other than that, it's all going to be focused on this north area, and maybe particularly on this hill. No other significant hills here. Maybe you could argue this one as well. Down in the south, MBL going to run away. Not producing any more knights, not producing any more siege. Both players up to the Imperial Age. And let's see what MBL does. Is he going to go full Cavalier, full Paladin? Or is he going to go... the thing is, the Spanish are very versatile. Looks like he's going to go a few light cav. Again, we talked about raiding through these farm area. I don't know if MBL's seen it, though. He has not. So it looks like cavalry for the Spanish right now. They also have some great gunpowder, so maybe you see chemistry coming up from bombard cannons. This is going to be a little bit of a waste for MBL, though. That's a lot of archers. And there we go, plate barding armor coming in. And another interesting thing might be a siege ram. It's going to be 1,300 food to upgrade to siege ram, but certainly I think a worthy investment if you're playing archers. So probably a better investment for MBL than it is for DauT. Now, for one of the first times in a while, DauT's going to go aggressive with his crossbows. He knows there's no secret mangonels here. And his arbalests are very strong. Well, let's see what resources he can hit. Nice town center positioning for MBL, though. That gold is not hittable. And look how close these guys are building to each other. Onager coming in from MBL. Okay, gonna be a better solution than bombard cannon, and cheaper. Castle coming up from DauT. This is an absolutely devastating castle. This means MBL can no longer collect this gold, and we know he's hurting for gold because he's making a lot of light cavalry. He probably didn't feel comfortable maybe taking these golds, but he definitely needs them. Chieftain's coming in from DauT, so he's beefing up the anti-cavalry potential with these pikemen. And supremacy for MBL, it's just a nice technology to have to help prevent the raiding. I don't know if I'd invest in the resources this quickly in supremacy, though. And there we go, Onager's done. He's really hoping for a few great Onager shots. And MBL is no longer with gold. And we talked about the forward stones for MBL. He still has not collected this stone. It would have been great if he were able to place a castle here to secure some gold for him. Or earlier, a castle here to secure this town center. And he's going to go raid with his light cav. Great decision. There's plenty of GC villager kills to kill here. Villager kills to kill. And another castle coming up from DauT. Getting pretty bad. Pretty bad. Might I garrison these onagers just to prevent this castle from going up? Let's see. Yeah, this is going to be a great raid. We started at 125 villagers, dropping rapidly for DauT now. There's no army in this area. A few pikemen coming out now. But the light cavalry are just everywhere. And there we go, a few onager shots on the pikemen, just weaken them up a little bit. I think we need to see a better answer against the pikemen though, and maybe that's what chemistry's for. However, again, no gold, hurting MBL. You have to know your map positioning. I feel like MBL didn't invest heavily enough into this area. He should have more town centers in this area. Maybe thought about taking the stone earlier on so he can solidify his position. And took engagements against crossbows too often here. Crossbows and monks that were not efficient. So that was a giant resource drain on his part. This is a great raid though. Down to 90 villagers. MBL up by a full 50 villagers. This army is absolutely massive. This is basically the fully upgraded Vikings army. Arbalest, pikemen with chieftains, and siege ram. And there we go, 2 bombard cannons for MBL. This is a massive investment for him. All this gold invested in this army. If MBL loses, this army is absolutely game over. If any of those light cav made it. Yeah, this one's gonna get a little lucky. Find some more villagers to kill. Trebuchet is setting up shop. This is a castle that MBL can't afford to lose. He should absolutely repair that. And now MBL taking some gold, though. That gives him some chances in this game. Kind of begs the question, why is DauT trying to push in through this area? If he's able to get in, great. Sure. Able to kill a lot of villagers. But I think it's a lot easier to control resources than it is just to completely demolish your opponent on the front. So he's going to go in with his Arbalest. Oh my god! That was a great shot, actually. Weakening up the Arbalest quite a bit. It's a better shot than it looks like. And DauT leaving his castle completely unprotected of 4 bombard cannons. Great play. A few archery ranges coming up. MBL is gaining some steam. He was down by 2,000 points earlier. But now DauT losing a lot of his army. Awesome raid from MBL. I thought this game would have been over by now. This is shaping up to be a pretty good game. And maybe a comeback by MBL. He's still down 1,000 points. But that economy is really hurting DauT. He won't be able to replenish this army as if he had 140 builds previously. Gonna lose the pikemen to the crossbows. Let's see if the castle goes down. That's huge. The light cavalry, unfortunately, are fighting the pikemen for MBL, so the castle did go down. But this is the more more important area of the map. Let's talk about extra golds. I think all the extra golds are here. So those are the two main golds, I believe. One of these is an extra gold. I'm assuming DauT had an extra gold somewhere. I'm not exactly sure. I should probably point that out in the early game. And DauT even had to get a castle back at home to help defend. Yeah, very messy for him. The 3 castles at home, though, that helps prevent it raiding. But, why did DauT decide to place so many farms so exposed out on this side? He probably was feeling a little overconfident that he wouldn't get raided here. It's just a little bit poor map design from DauT. The farms should definitely be more in the back, more where the castles can cover them. By the way, if you ever build castles, try to build your new farms around the castle. That's one of the jobs of the castle, is to protect the farmers. So this army is looking very strong now that MBL has access to gold. Should even bring some more villages over here to this gold. And if MBL can reclaim these extra resources as well, his army should be much stronger than the Vikings late game. Especially that DauT has ran out a lot of his gold as well. What DauT should do, in my opinion, he should upgrade his light cavalry. I know they're pretty bad for the Vikings. However, they will be able to pick off these bombard cannons and onagers, leaving the arbalest being to be much more effective. Now, DauT with 3 relics. However, I don't think he's with gold. As you can see, he's pretty desperate to pick off these onagers. He's using them in villages. These are not Spanish villages. These are just your regular Vikings farmers. And we talked about that south side being an avenue for raiding, and the first stable is already up from MBL. Actually able to get quite a fair amount of siege. I remember there were 4 bombard cannons. Did they all die? Did they all die to the onager self-fire of MBL? I think they might have. That is a huge momentum loss for MBL. DauT's still 2,000 points in the score lead. Taking a look at KD. 300 kills for MBL, 200 kills for DauT. Villager numbers still heavily in favor of MBL. Resource advantage still heavily in favor of MBL. But more military count from DauT. 85 versus 15. 85 versus 15. Light cavalry now going to start to raid down a little bit. Good thing is a lot of that army is in the south for DauT though. But with no castle in this area and no army, DauT is able just to push in and take away 1 more gold yet again. MBL, jeez, he's got to take the stone. You have to take that stone and get some castles out. There's a siege workshop coming up from DauT. I still can't tell who's going to win this game. Very good game. And if only MBL could clean up this army. If only that. Let's take a look at what army he has right now. Few hand cannons in here. Nice onager shot! Oh my god! Oh my god, that might be the game! That's exactly what MBL needs. He's gonna ungarrison all of his army now that all the arbalests are down. The pikemen can't really touch the hand cannons. Or are they? Or are they strong enough? Let's see. Actually, they are strong enough. No upgrades on the hand cannons. 8 attack, that's pretty good when your unit is 35 HP and 1 armor. And not a bad fight from DauT. Both players kind of losing a bit of momentum here. On the south side, getting cleaned up by 2 siege rams and the arbalest. And this is why siege rams are so nice. They'll be able to clear out this entire area. And MBL has to rebuild his military production buildings. Let's see if he's taken back the stone. He's taken his stone, but smartly, DauT brings his arbalest in from that were in the south previously. And once again, DauT going up the castle in the same area. He knows how critical this area of the map is for MBL. castle here would have been great as well. What is MBL doing? Oh, he's just building a lumber camp. Okay. Need wood. And as soon as it's safe to do so, DauT is going to take back that gold. More siege rams for him, more arbalest. And yeah, I think MBL's out of gold now. DauT taking stone, taking gold, has more military out on the field by far. I think this is finally going to be it. This is going to be the GG. He ran a Berserk here as well. If DauT wants to, he's got enough resources to invest into Berserk, which is that one stage higher in the Vikings army that might be a little stronger for him. And he's certainly got enough castles to do so. 4 relics for DauT. Great map positioning from DauT. Just able to take over this area. They're actually sharing gold currently, but with this positioning, I think DauT should be able to win the game. This is one of the things that, again, DauT is very good at. He's a very smart player, and able to play his map like the map should be played. And I think we're just waiting for that elite Berserk technology to finish out the game. Let's check DauT's resources. No food, no gold in the bank, so maybe we don't see that tech. Be a little disappointed if we didn't. So all MBL has to do really is just hold out. And sure, if he can clean up these buildings, that's great also. But just needs to hold these positions, eat up all this gold, take the stone again, just keep making villagers. He's down to 70 villagers though. Normally you don't see DauT neglect his economy that badly. To be fair, he has a very open map. But should definitely keep making villagers, and he's doing that. He has enough stone for another castle, though, and if I were to place that castle, place it right here. Or maybe right here. Right here would be great. Gonna attack these farmers, these lumber camps. MBL trying to build more to the south, since he doesn't have enough room on the front. 30 to 80 military count. Great KD ratio from MBL, but that's only because MBL's units are definitely more expensive. Castle's actually coming down onto the south side to prevent any raids, and it makes sense considering MBL is growing his economy towards the south as well. So DauT can consider pushing in through here as well. So that makes sense. Again, I would have preferred over here. That's okay. So I think we're just waiting for the GG to be called. 40 versus 90. Somehow MBL is getting back onto this gold as DauT prioritizes more on the south side to kill some more villagers of MBL. MBL for the first time going to drop below 100 villagers though. He's been about 130, 140 this whole time, but not being able to mass up the army like DauT has. So this is going to be some great raids from MBL. There's nothing really that's going to be able to touch these arbalests aside from an onager. And there's about 1,000 gold in there. MBL's going to call GG then, right as his villagers drop below 100. And great game. Great defense from DauT. And great on him knowing his map positioning. I thought the Trush from MBL wasn't the most effective. Would have been great if he got a tower up on this wood line. However, not really able to seal the deal with that tower rush, investing a lot of resources into that forward. This hill played a huge role for DauT, just this little bit of elevation right here. So great idea by him to place a town center here on this gold and eventually a siege workshop. Some poor engagements from MBL. And then DauT just playing this position battle. MBL not mining enough stone for castles, and not taking enough initiative to mine these golds, and was without a lot of his resources by the end of this game. As you can see, the gold's still not taken, the stone's still not taken, and the side gold's still not taken. So I hope you enjoyed this game. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next expert game commentary.